1975 marks a line of demarcation with the death of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Soon after, Elijah's son Wallace Muhammad takes over the leadership of the Nation of Islam and proceeds to change the name. Sisters no longer have to wear uniformed garments, but they were struggling to find their fashion voice. It was an evolutionary process to find their tone, style, and presence in the industry. The creativity was always there. This documentary is to present the real norm. We are here to share the history of African American Muslim women's contributions and legacy in shaping the current so-called modest wear industry. Their stories are rich, engaging, and phenomenal. Setting the tone for African American Sunni Muslim tradition in the industry, Sister Aliyah Abdul Karim and Karima initiated fashion shows teaching sisters how to dress fashionably and how to maintain their modesty.
Yeah, I remember going to Philadelphia too. They had a school and y'all working with that. Now that was the MEARC days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what were y'all doing with the school? Because I just remember all of that.
Well, we did our Saturday school, and we sort of branched out. We go to conferences and things. We was meeting other sisters from other cities and so forth. Mm-hmm. And we met the sisters from Philly. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember all their names, but one sister now, she's also is a scholar. I can't remember her name.
What she look like? Amina Wadud?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That sounds. It may have been
McLeod.
I think it might have been
Amina
her.
McLeod.
I'm thinking it might have been her.
Okay.
Sister Wadud, I know who she does. I'm thinking was her. She's with the National Arts. So we started going back and forth there, and we did do a fashion show there. Mm-hmm. And the sisters there will also come up to New York.
Now, what year was that?
Oh, all this was between 76 to 78. I don't know, between 74, between 73.
Because we were young, we were always with y'all.
I'm trying to think of your age, and I can't even remember all that.
I would say about 5 or 6, because I remember this school. I remember sitting in the class. I remember fashion shows. I remember that. Yeah. And then I remember connecting with those Philly sisters. And then I do remember them being in New York.
Yeah, they used to come to New York and visit, and we would have shows and different activities.
The fashion show in New York I was introduced to in 1978. I believe it started a year or so before that, however. It was the brainchild of Aliyah Abdul Karim and Karima Abdul Karim. And so when I moved to Queens from Brooklyn, I met this group of sisters, Amina Haq, Aliyah Abdul Karim, and Karima, and they said, well, we do, like in April, May, we do this fashion show that we would love for you to be a part of. Because at that time, I was just taking my garments from whoever had this shop, whoever had that shop, and putting things in, some on consignment. I had custom orders that I was doing, but they was like, people really need to see what you do. And what we're trying to do, I think the organization was called MIRAC. So that's an acronym for Muslim Education Action and Resource Committee. So this fashion show was also a part of a fundraising so that the money could be donated to the youth to be educated. We used to meet in Harlem at the State Office Building on Saturdays to rehearse, in which at that time I met a diverse group of sisters. They would come from Newark, New Jersey. So one sister would come and be a part of the show. She would teach martial arts. So some of the sisters would learn martial arts in our rehearsals and then do they would roll out on the floor and get up with these ibayas on, these dresses on, and that would be their skit. The way that show was tailored would be like skits to talk about various things that were going on in our lives. It wasn't a just cloak fashion, runway show. It was, they would come out and say, for instance, the lesson would be on not to criticize sisters who couldn't dress the way that you did, or who was less fortunate that you were, like, begin to educate them. So they'd come out, and, you know, one sister's like all run down and clothes really not looking well. And then another one is all well put together, and she comes by and she looks at him and snugs. Now, we all know what that is about. I think we still do it now somewhat. But the lessons were being taught through these skits. So at this fashion show, like I said, Aaliyah and Karima, they brought us all together. And they shared that concept with us. Also, they had mentioned that a lot of the brothers were concerned that their wives needed to know, other than just covering up, some etiquette for clothing you could wear at home to look good in.